Well, we work with the National Guard, and we work with a number of civic leaders. We usually have a spokesperson for the LRA, one from the Bring Back Commission, Megan's Commission, and then someone talking on coastal restoration. We usually give 3 presentations. A lot of times we've done it in the Tabasco headquarters at the Pan Am building and served them lunch. And then after those presentations, they're very, very detailed, dynamic presentations. And once again, these individuals are non-political. They're doing it solely to help Louisiana. And those on the LRA have all the specific details from all the research that they've done. And there usually is a PowerPoint presentation, and it's very, very good because it ties every penny back to what we want to do here in Louisiana. And it shows them that we have a plan. Because so many people always say, Louisiana doesn't have their act together. They don't have a plan. Well, it shows them that we do. We have a plan. And then after that lunch, that presentation, we usually go to the Jackson Barracks, and they'll take a helicopter ride along the coastline of Louisiana, and then come back, and then we take them on tours of the 9th Ward, of Lakeview, of Gentilly, of Metairie. It just depends on how much time they have, and but that's what we did all last spring, and it's very time extensive, labor intensive, because you're taking them all around the coast of Louisiana, and then you're in the car for about 2.5 hours talking about the tour. But it just shows you that mile after mile after mile is devastation, and 80% of New Orleans was underwater. And I remember we were taking one senator around. We were driving around UNO, and there was just must have been 2 miles of FEMA trailers lined up behind one another, just sitting empty. And I mean, it's just a perfect example to the Congressmen about how FEMA money is wasted. And we get lots of questions like, how do we know that the money that we give you all is going to be spent wisely? And I remember Sean Riley of the LRA saying, I don't mean to be rude, but I'll have to say that FEMA's wasted more money than Louisiana could ever steal. And, it's because people will say, we're giving you $110 million. But, you don't see it here. And it's just, frittered away so much in the beginning. But I really am very optimistic about the future. I think that the LRA has put together a very good plan, and we have received significant funds from the administration, and we're going to continue to receive. And I think we've been able to get the attention of Congress. And we will continue to stay in front of Congress until we can get this sustainable revenue for us, so we can rebuild our coastline and rebuild our levees to make it safer here. Well, the group that came together on January 6th, about 8 women, we all knew each other from having done work in the community. I've worked with numerous nonprofits on development and marketing and programs, and we knew each other very well. We all had a lot of respect for one another, and we had a lot of trust for one another, because we all were very aware of what each individual had done in the community. And Ann Milling is an enormous community activist. She receives a loving cup when it comes to communion, and she's very charismatic and very energetic and very bright. And I remember once we had to raise about to finance this whole trip up to Washington on January 30th, because it was like January 28th. And she says, if I can't raise $150,000 in the next 3 hours, then I am no fundraiser. And I thought, oh my goodness. So this woman is impressive. So everybody started contributing names. We wanted to make it very diverse. We wanted to reach across southeastern, western Louisiana. And we went to a number of churches, talked to a number of pastors. We wanted to get the Vietnamese involved, Hispanics involved, African American community, and so we were able to do that, and that really gave us a lot more strength in diversity, and that was, of course, one of the questions that was asked to me on CNN when I did an interview there on January 30th. Was, how can you say you're diverse? Look at you. And I'm like, I said, actually, we are very, very diverse. We have 20% African American, 10% Vietnamese, 10% Hispanic. And I said, the beauty of it all is that we're speaking with one voice here. No one is arguing about the message that we are giving to Congress. And that was so empowering. The fact that, you see all the conflicts and the arguments that go on in the city. Well, this group was so unified and so happy to be doing something at this particular time. It was such a positive movement. And the energy and the enthusiasm, because you could feel that we were actually making an impact. It was an extraordinary. It was probably one of the most extraordinary days of my entire life. It really was. When we all got back on that plane after having stormed Congress, got back on the plane and flew home, someone had donated a couple of bottles of wine for us, so people were having wine, and that plane was vibrating with the enthusiasm and the energy from everyone telling their stories about their particular meetings with congressmen, and the relationships that have been created from those are so instrumental in helping our state, and it really makes you proud to be an American. This is what America is built on. The fact that there's problems, you can go to the government, and hopefully the elected officials are going to listen to you. And so there was a strong sense of I'm doing something for my home, I'm doing something for Louisiana, and this is important to America. And when do you get that kind of opportunity to really make a difference? And that is one of the silver linings that I think can come out of a very adverse situation. That we have to seize the opportunity to better our educational system, better our housing, and make this city a stronger city. Because living here is a very, very unique place to live, and we've had terrible problems here. But I do think we have an opportunity.